has been on those dual ops of KNG and Fallen. So, we're already live into it. We're hopping in. Finny popping off, already taking out Taco and Fur, and Henny following up as well. But KNG finds himself in a good spot, and TRK is already planting an A.
Yeah, but they can just ignore the mid player, or they can ignore the planner.
But
oh,
TRK,
that's a good shot. Oh, he can't track the follow-up, and now 1 versus 2, stuck in the center box, and surely there's no way he gets out of this. I think even the knife came out right at the end again from Vinny, but it doesn't matter.
You know, I just love it. They don't even wait with the retake. They're like retaking as they're reloading. They don't care. It's just like, yeah, just come and shoot at me. You know, we'll come with the trades. Ooh.
Get him, Vinny.
That's another pistol round on the board for Furia.
This is going to end up being a very cathartic series for Furia. They're working out all their aggression, working out all their frustrations.
Yeah, the anger you guys, I can definitely see that.
I wonder where they lost Art. Because we obviously jumped in right here. It's been like 10 seconds early. Might have maybe been down banana or something. Who knows? It's probably aggressive, I'll tell you that much. Scout by here from Fallen with a bunch of deagles. No armor though, so it's going to be an AK by next round. This is all about doing some damage on that CT economy. If you win the round, I mean that's definitely a bonus, but get him some kills, even getting the bomb down. That's what MIBR is looking for here. It's actually a really aggressive play here. I can't believe he actually got up that much. His rudder was ready for it though, and that's a nice trade from Fur. They have the wrap.
But there's no way to work together. And again, it's Art on the CT side, just pushing down banana. So he's playing two T sides on this map, and he's actually somehow, again, just slipped in away from Taco.
It's like he's a T doing a default right now. He's got to clear holes.
I know.
As if he's the T. He's just going to hunt Taco down, and I mean, he's going to stiff him out at this point. Taco's jig is up.
Yeah, I mean, he saw blood on the wall as well, and he was definitely spotted previously. Now, the one issue is there's no one at the B bomb site for the moment, but that doesn't really matter. Look at this guy.
He knows, man. It doesn't matter.
He knows the bomb was just picked up. Oh, boy.
How does that work?
Literally went from B, down mid, alt mid, apps, down mid to B again. All within a minute.
He's insane.
Nice aggression. Bonus round here from Furia. Now, first weapon round coming in from MIBR. Good sets of nades here. We talked about the economy. No ops. But on Inferno T side, you don't really need it. You can get away with not buying ops on this half. Most teams sometimes even don't. So,
I mean, Art's got an op and a Molotov and a smoke in the third round of the CT half. So he's, man, that farming's definitely paying off. Now the second map in a row that we've seen Art pulling out the AWP early on in the half. So this is a dream start for Furia so far. He even gets boosted up at the half wall. And all this information is going to allow Furia's A defense to kind of tighten up, let them know that the attack and most of the pressure should be coming towards them here shortly. And you can see that TRK poking and prodding, and Art already getting a nice opening. Once again, his opening duels have just been so great to watch for this Furia side.
And now he's just peeking down from banana as well. That's a nice easy pick as Kenji just wanders into his crosshair.
Yeah, that's the worst case for MIBR too, because even if you're MIBR here, you want to take over mid and you want to take over banana after. Now we're in a spot where, granted, now Furia has 2 members on that B-bomb side, but we have 1 rotate coming in. Nate's still on the board as well with a man advantage. 40 seconds left. MIBR's not even going to have time to fall back here. So this is going to be a pure A-take.
Look at this push. This is so perfect. Vinny's just shoulder picking that whole time, and he's got a teammate rotating over. So once he sees it's clear, there's no problem just pushing up and retaking that space. And MIBR did not leave someone to hold on to that. Good kill from Taco, but that's traded. And wrapping around the site isn't going to work from TRK. And Fallen is the last one left in a 1 versus 4. 15 seconds on the clock. Nothing gets done.
Henny does such a fantastic job there, being the point of contact, but not overextending, not giving away too much, fighting the good fights and fighting at the optimal angles so that the crossfire is always going to be there in the favor of Furia's side. So this was a solid A hold from Furia, not to mention Art so much map control with that early AWP buy once again.
Yeah, and even the reads there also, we mentioned it, just the fact that Art can play that B-bomb side by himself. We have 4 members from Furia, and Vinny's timing on that long push is just so great. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. And they kind of know it's like, well, there's not coming B. They have to come for A here, and like that timing push, they're getting the kill. Just overall, just love the way that Furia plays their CT sides. Feel like they have their timings locked in as well. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But so far, versus MIBR at least, it's definitely been working out.
Yeah, it's been looking, yeah, all's good. Okay, Serrano waiting for another peek in from Fur. Nice quick round. Well, this is going to be the fight that I'm interested in. Obviously, MIBR now has the indication that Furia is willing to put an AWP at that car. Banana is going to be so critical. I mean, as it always is on this map, but especially because I think it's the one area where MIBR is like incentivized to be aggressive against the aggression of Furia.
And one of the things they haven't spotted yet is that they actually have a double op setup this time around.
Tenny not shot his yet?
No, I don't think so. And since he had the FAMAS last round, and they know that Art has one.
Ooh.
They might spot it this round.
What if KNG gets that op? No, never mind. Going the opposite way.
I mean, this is definitely a bonus for Furia here, just the fact that KNG doesn't spot it. Maybe they still have the read that they do have the double op setup, but because Henny hasn't shot yet, I wonder if they actually do have that read for next round. It's like rounds like these, so it's just like so worrisome for MIBR. Even on the eco round like this, you like you semi-buy for the purpose of like trying to lower the economy on the CT side.
What the? Surely not. Okay.
Yeah, you don't even get the bomb down. You get no kills either. We have double op setups already on Furia's side and 5 members alive. So I mean, the economy is looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, the other problem is now with the double op setup as well. I mean, they've built up money to have another double op setup if they were to ever lose a round. Like they've got a cushion behind him that's just so strong already. K Serrato at 6,500, Vinny at 7,000. They're living the dream right now. 4-0 for Furia, and for MIBR, still no op on the field.
Ooh, Fallen burning alive there. Well-placed Molotovs, and of course, Art is going to go in the more forward position with that AWP. He does smoke out his own Molotov, but he stays. He stays for another pick, and he's going to get it. TRK goes down. And Art, I mean, right now, he's in full control. He's doing exactly what he wants, and MIBR are just kind of falling into his little trap that he's laid out in the top of Banana.
Oh my god, Henny, that's a shot you got to hit. Flashbang is out. There's the peek. I don't even know if he took that shot. He's going to back away. This is actually pretty dangerous for Fury. There's no one in the bomb site itself. Oh, KNG missed an opportunity as well.
Henny finally gets punished for bad positioning, but Vinny, he follows up, and Kanji's so low, but he's got Art down in a corner, and what a duel that is. Art, he comes out on the lower end of it, and Kanji, I mean, he'd be all right with saving this up.
I think
he might poke and prod.
I don't know. I say you go for it. At 4-0, still early on with 40 seconds, I say at least challenge.
Yeah, but the only reason I say that is because even last round with the CZ, I feel like KNG wanted to save, and his own team was like, dude, just go die. And then he went, you know, because it was just so late. But it looks like he is going to try to poke and prod, and Yuri finishes it off. This was a nice round for Furia once again.
Vinny saves the day over in Graveyard. That one kill towards lane, the transition up towards halls as well. That was a thing of beauty. 5-0. Looks like a MIBR player dropped from the server.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
He's back.
Not again.
It might have actually not been a drop from the server. It might have been just the UI getting fixed up. So 5-0, and yeah, the pause is over. Freeze time starting now. I don't know. This is now the full losing bonus built up for MIBR, but it's that was like the closest round, really, and it didn't even feel like they had a chance at it. It was just kind of a 1 versus 2.
Yeah. It's really these crossfires right now for Furia's side. No matter if a player kind of goes out of line and overextends, I mean, they've always got the backup of their teammates. I mean, you even saw there, Penny kind of got out of position and Penny was just able to recover, and Art so fast.
And if we are trying to do something unorthodox there as well, it's just like a banana fake, fast banana fake to kind of go for an expo up in mid. But just a good setup as well from Furia. Vinny in the corner, don't clear it either. Fur because of the little bait from, I believe it was, allows Vinny to get the 2 kills there, but actually traded here a little bit at least, and the bomb site is open.
That's a bad play from Yuri. That flashbang peek when you're the only defender actually at the bomb site, like that, you can just play that passively. That you could see MIBR were falling back, and then once they get that kill, it's a hustle into the site because they know they killed one on Rap side, they'd seen the op on Rap side. That was the avenue in, and now it's a pretty tough post plant to retake if you're Furia.
Definitely so, but good on Fallen to just capitalize and completely outplay Yuri there, putting them in a position for this actual post plant. And you know what? Kanji's in such a good spot, but man, that nade, what the heck? Furia have just outread Kanji. Maybe he made a step. Maybe the mini pick guy actually communicated that over, but Kanji just caught that grenade, and I thought that post plant would have gone a little bit better for MIBR than it did, but Furia, they definitely had a read.
I thought so as well. I thought that was going to be much tougher. Obviously, it helps when Serrato hits that shot towards Big Pit from Small Pit. Like when he takes that player out with a headshot, that makes things easier. But that nade is like real weird that just got thrown out in that position. Maybe that's just something they know from playing this team for so long. Regardless, that's a nice victory. And I mean, let's talk about the bigger issue of the fact that Art and Furia seem to just be getting those first kills with such a high frequency.
Yeah. I really like Fallen's move there, though. I mean, Yuri for sure thought he had the one-up play there, but Fallen completely read that flash play and out-timinged, out-maneuvered, out-everything with Yuri there.
Well, 6-0 now. And at least they haven't lost anyone to Art, and at least they finally are able to take him out in that position. He needed to get punished at some point, or else he was going to keep going back to that. So good on MIBR for pulling it off.
But look at the rotation here from Furia. They're sticking 3 towards B, and there's going to be a mid-round aggression play here from Furia. They were supposed to flash out. Might still happen. Because in terms of timing here, yeah, I love this play from Henny. You have to actually do something here, but just having 3 guys on the B bomb site doesn't really help too much if they have the read as well, and especially once MIBR does this, like you kind of have to make a play and have to make a move on, because the longer the time goes by and they don't hit that B bomb site, you know, Yuri is all by himself here. It's going to take, I mean, a miracle here if he's going to want to try and win this round.
Vinny's rotating over. He could get there quick enough if Yuri can just find 1 or 2 kills. There's the flashbang. Oh, and there's the player from Paul's just to protect him, and it might be a save call now from Furia. At least for Serrato, he's already backed away. Vinny's going to start joining him in T-spawn. So there it is. First round on the board for MIBR with a nice adjustment.
Definitely a nice adjustment. I like the idea. You could tell that Vinny was trying to set Yuri up for some success there, but I think I would have rather wished that for a different option there. I don't know. That flash, they really relied heavily on that flash to blind way too many people in way too many different spots. So Furia, they do end up losing out this round, but they've got full control still within the game here. They've got the pace, they've got the economy, and they're still able to save an 8K and an AWP in this round. The
economy is going to get real cut into. I think most of their economy is going to disappear after this next buy. So, I mean, MIBR's kind of got them on that verge. So this round's important for MIBR. If Furia can win it, they can build an even bigger lead, but it'll give them a nice advantage. Keep some cushioning in their money. If MIBR win it, then all of a sudden they have an opportunity to close the gap pretty quick. So this is huge, at least for the early stages of Inferno.
Yeah, and as you mentioned as well, for the previous round, you know, even though it didn't really seem that close, they only had 2 members still alive on the Furia end, so having to always have to rebuy is the damage that we've seen here. Only really Serrato with money left on the board from Furia. So this is a very important round if you're MIBR, if you want to try and get a grasp of this half, maybe even win the half. This would be a good start to that.
Ooh.
As I say that, Henny gets the first entry there, takes a peek down mid.
Those ops, man. These ops.
Yeah, and Artson and Banana just chilling too, taking peeks. And the stuff like this, we talk about like the double op setups and stuff like that, how important it is to like waste nades and stuff. Just don't run into like the crossfires. And but the downside of that, or like the difficult part of this, is obviously like, which is why you see people doing like these expo rounds versus Opera, is because when you waste a lot of nades, like just trying to get them to remove their angle or like fall back a little bit, by the end of it, you're not going to have that much left. So it's just very important to just have a proper game plan, especially versus double op setups. They're falling back though. I mean, this is looking, because they don't have any mid control either, and it's 40 seconds left, and they're not even making their way over there. It's looking like a B hit. We do have a lot of nades here from the MIBR side though, so this could be a proper B execute, and we pay attention to the Furia side. They actually only have the one flashbang left now, and Art puts the smoke down. This is a nice little aggression here from MIBR. I would love to see one more flashbang here instead. They don't have one left actually, which means the KSRada can just hold mouse one.
They threw 3 flashbangs to come up Banana, and not a single one blinded the op. Not a single one actually forced him back in any way.
They were all 3 bananas, so even on the bombs that they had none. So they had the smokes and stuff like that, but they decided not to use any, not even the mollies, like try and like remove some of the choke points on the bomb site. Instead, just running in through the smoke, trying to catch them a little bit off guard there. But as Jason said, like, you can use 2 flashbangs on banana there, but you have to have one on the bomb side, because you know where will Art be stationed. He's going to be spool, he's going to be back site, no matter where, maybe even spawn, but no matter where, you need that one flashbang to have him at least move his crosshair a little bit. Otherwise, just a freebie.
Ooh, this is a disaster. These ops are way too powerful. I can't believe that they're working so well. And now look at the utility, the nade damage onto Fallen. Flashbang comes out, and as soon as that AK turns the corner, it said it's the off, and now there's the cleanup as well. And MIBR is getting entirely outplayed.
And that's even the bomb down there, and Kenji had a chance. But Vinny also picking one off, and Fur all of a sudden finds himself all on his lonesome, lurking out towards the boiler, and he even gets taken out by Yuri. So man, just the barrage that's going on down this banana. Even going back to that last round, the bait and switch that Art and KSRada had set up, it's just one layer after the another. Furia seem to have everything in control at the moment.
They don't seem to have everything in control at the moment. They do have everything in control at the moment. This is brutal. This team's got like 11 trophies and 2 majors.
Yeah, and I mean, it's both, and it's both. The problems persist on both of these maps. It's MIBR not finding a solution onto Furious aggression and onto just the map control that they're getting. And I feel like maybe MIBR's just been struggling a little bit too much, like running the defaults a little bit too much. I would prefer now maybe just do some set plays instead, like have a game plan right off the bat so we don't keep wasting nades early, and like, you know, take some control. You know you have double op setups, we can still take mid early here. You can go alt mid, let's use the smoke, let's use the molly for short, you know, make sure that, you know, Henny can't stand and take an aggressive angle. Then you can set up yourself up and have them use a little bit of nades.
I think the first thing that MIBR needs to say to themselves is just nobody die for 30 seconds. Like, I don't care where you are in the map, just don't die. Can we just play one 5-on-5 round?
You know, I had a conversation as well with my team, and one of the things that, no, but here's the thing, and it was such a nice point, right? Because when you say that, like, don't die, for example, if you say don't die and you have important people that needs to take map control still, what's going to happen is, look at the time right now, Jason. It's 1 minute 20 left, and there's 3 guys in T-spawn. Yeah, because they said no, don't die, right? So like that's also like a little fault of like, yeah, it's good not to die. There's other ways to make sure you don't die and still take map control. You know, don't be as cocky. Use the flashbangs. Be a little bit better with trading. But instead here, we haven't had much done, and we're going to see that expo flash onto the banana bomb slot here. It's still a nice play in the sense of like they're doing something together and the trading is there. There needs to be one more trade, one more. Yeah, there we go. Good job from MIBR. It's a 2-for-2. They have banana now. Not a lot of flashbangs. Actually, no flashbangs left. We see a constant re-peeking from Furia as well, but there's the smoke down. And MIBR getting a move on here. I love this. Like, there's no second guessing. This seems like a round right off the bat, you know, like, hey, we're going to do this and we're going to go in, right? And they at least get the payoff. They get the bomb now for once, and they can at least run the afterplant now with 2 mollies in their name.
Well, this is a round MIBR has to have. 1 molly going to come out towards dark. There's nobody there. Actually, excuse me, he changes it up. This is for the plant spot. So Furia have a nice read, but look at this flank. This is going to be massive. Fur, knife out, catching up. And he's waiting for 2. Molotov going to hold him back. There's the spray, but he's been caught. He gets the second one anyways, and that should be the round, even with Henny getting that kill. He needs to get a deagle frag immediately on this player. TRK. Flicks down, it does not land. 8-2. Finally, MIBR with the rebuttal.
Finally, yeah, that was a nice rebuttal as well. It's exactly what you wanted, Jason. A 5v5, that's exactly what MIBR had. Nice response to those double ops.
They didn't die within the first 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Right, yeah.
Well, you're right. The fact that 3 players on back towards T-spawn at the base of that ramp is a little bit nerve-wracking when you start your attack. But the fact that they're attacking Banana with no CT utility either, which was all spent early on, I mean, there was none of the counter flashes or counter Molotovs to split up that attack. They could literally just sprint that whole way while someone stayed far back bombing flashbangs around the corner. So it worked out well.
Exactly, and that should be the read here from MIBR as well. If we notice, right, if we notice that Furia again and again are wasting a lot of nades early on the Banana bomb site, that is the winning concept here on this side of like, hey, we can always fall back to B with nades and full-blown executes because there's nothing there to really hold us off because Furia's wasted everything except for the op. Instead here we see, again with the aggression, Art, another entry, Santaco this time around. They did not survive 5 for 30 seconds this time around. But it is the same concept at least. You know, we wait our time, we wait for a little bit, and then we go Banana for free basically. We'll use 1 flash, 1 nade. And then here you can do a full-blown execute, even if it's a forced situation here. Now the downside for MIBR here, which is very important to note, is that, yeah, you take Banana for free, you still have a minute left on the clock.
Wow.
You still need more map control here, because when you just do this and you haven't made a single noise on the A bomb site, and you're going for the execute, this is exactly what happens. Furia are very comfortable in this position on the A, and they don't have to feel the need to force rotate another one, so they're stacked to B.
And that was Art finding a pick through alt mid on Taco, peeking out that boiler window room, and you saw Fur just locked in on place, trying to make Furia respect alt mid. But then Art repositions and just picks off down mid once again and finds another pick onto Kanji. So really nice movement coming out of Furia and Art. And this Molotov is, ooh, it doesn't hit him actually. And Vinny, that's just the first layer of defense. Quesarado is going to follow up.
Oh, there it is, Fallen. 1 versus 3 now. 8 seconds on the clock. There's 1 player in the back. He must have this right now.
Ooh,
and this
Fallen.
is perfect stall tactics. It's over. He can't get the plant even if he gets the kill.
After the time. Oh, Fallen so lucky at this point. He's going to survive. I think Quesarado was really just trying to buy the time. He really wanted to punish Fallen there. I respect that.
It's exactly what you want from a B-side player, like an anchor player like that. Even when you know that time is running out like that, it's so easy for that player to be a little bit over cocky and just take the peak. And that's exactly what Fallen wants. Like at the end of the day, like, yeah, sure, it looks nice to, you know, pat the stats or whatever, but round wins win you games. And Quesarado being so smart, they're just running down the clock, not giving any room or space for MIBR to even, you know, they're not allowing MIBR to kind of get into this game.
Yuri's got 2 kills. He's been having like the easiest game. He's just been able to just chill.
Yeah.
Henny missed shot up mid. We go for MIBR. Oh, Henny's in trouble. They're turning the corner close. I can't believe he's still alive.
Bait and switch.
Yeah, the Fama steps up to the plate.
Bait and switch.
That's not... Oh, the flank coming in from Quesarado. That's the bomb on the ground, and Fallen's ready.
Of course, Fallen's ready. He knows.
Art's
Now
there as well.
He can get the bomb. Oh, no. Well, he was ready for the first one.
Yeah,
There they
that's
are.
Furia.
All
There
right.
they are.
Yep.
On the screen.
Yep. That's Furia.
Those are the guys that's currently leading, in case you guys didn't know.
Oh, dear. Art is about to just break hearts. No way Fallen expects 2.
Oh!
Why is
The
he so
jiggle!
smart? Why is he so smart? Fallen is coming alive right now, keeping his team in this. There's a minute to play with, and Taco's wrapping on the site. And this poor player, Yuri, inside of the bomb site, he has to pay attention to lane. He has no idea he's about to get backstabbed. Or does he? Oh, my dear.
What a good read from Yuri. I think also he was going to try to meet up with his teammate, and now that he's gotten that kill, it kind of gives Henny some false hope, because he's going to go back to B and split back off Yuri. But Fallen on this AWP, I mean, Yuri should be able to out-position Fallen, but he's just in the open. Fallen will take that shot all day long, and Fallen has been getting these shots all round long, actually. I believe that was his 4th kill. Was that his 3rd or 4th in this round?
It's his 3rd. It's his 3rd.
Okay, all of a sudden this 1v1 off of another Opera and Henny, and you know, this is exactly what Fallen wants right now.
Yeah, that's a rare time you'll see Brazilians in a 2-on-1 actually split up and go to different sides of the map. Henny in the bomb site, position's been given up. He's got a smoke and a nade. He can actually drop the smoke. He can throw a nade back towards lane as well. Fallen going for the spam. There it is. It lands perfectly. Fallen a little bit blind and never saw it coming. And everything is going in the favor of Furia.
Yeah, nice one-on-one from Henny there. You mentioned Fallen, the whole thing of how smart he is, always watching the back. One of the good things that Fallen does, and it's just like a minor thing, but every time you notice when Fallen takes a shot, obviously being the AWPer also, like you tend to just be the guy that tends to just hold the flank. Every time Fallen helps his team takes a shot, for example, down in pit, when he reloads, he always makes sure that he looks behind him. So he always knows, like, okay, I shot, okay, I know for a fact my teammate, he has my front, I just look behind, and then the art timing there, right, is just because of that. He takes the shot, art thinks he has the time because he's reloading,
Yeah.
but every time Fallen's just so smart, he 180s, and as he's reloading, he's watching for anti-flash, and he's watching the flank at the same time.
Fallen's
Experience.
He's done such a good job, like, just building jiggle peeking into his game. Like, he just is constantly jiggle peeking as a rule of movement.
It's a timeout. It was an MIBR timeout. They we'll see here if they can get a reply. You know, I kind of feel like that round win that they had, I feel like they did start having the read on Furia a little bit in terms of like, okay, the concept of, hey, let's just try and stay alive. You know, like the winning scenario for us is like hitting the B bombs with a lot of people with a lot of nades. If they can go back to that again, we see here, obviously looking at minimap, they are taking Banana a little bit more aggressively this time around. They are using a little bit more smokes though, making sure they get in good positions. Oh, they missed the HE. That's so lucky for KNG. But Art's obviously already aggressive with an SMG.
Wait.
No, surely not.
Hello?
Oh, boy.
He's going to feel so dumb. He's going to feel so dumb.
That's crazy.
Oh, dear. And now the AWP is overextended. Yuri with 1 kill, but cannot save Henny. And man, for as good as Art has played, that's a tiny little mistake that might actually drop them this round.
This is a chance for Yuri to get involved in this game, pad his stats a little bit, but man, he's all of a sudden the lone defender here in A bomb site, so he's got to do a lot more than just enough.
Yeah, but I mean, the damage onto Fallen, and also they just like, they're almost like scared to commit to this bomb site.
Well, they are because they have no nades. They couldn't just keep rushing the bomb.
Yeah, but Fallen has Haykar, right? Like, you think that's at least enough of a standing. Even what? Who was that swung into it? Was it Taka who swung in towards the default plant spot that was killed? Like, they had access to lane all the way up. Yeah. Just nobody from MIBR really wanting to commit.
And as you said, too, they had the hay, and as soon as we get the kill there, you kind of know that there should be no one in pit. That A player is situated on the left-hand side on the bomb plant, and obviously now because of timing, they're waiting because they're hoping that Furia will maybe rotate one guy back to B. Now we know they don't like to do that. They like to stay together. They like to stick the bomb site. It's a nice little play. You know, they're keeping each other's backs. K-Star has long, and he also has a nice little fast backup as well for Yuri on this bomb site. This is looking to be what was looking to be like an MIBR round. And as I say that, maybe it still is. It's not. K-Serato, nice spray control and nice transfer. 2-2 makes it a 1-on-2, wins the round.
Dang, that was a
yeah,
nice
they feel a little bit scared. I mean, you're right. They feel a little bit scared.
I just don't know. I mean, I understand, I guess, the thought process behind it, but I feel like it wasn't an actual decision that was made by MIBR. Like, when you're getting control of Cart and Fallen had low HP, all 3 of them end up falling back to the top mid, but staying in brackets and then re-aggressing and retaking the map control they already had and then voluntarily gave up. And I mean, I don't think they made the decision to do it when it happened, but obviously, like, the entire point of being patient is to make Furia think that they could go back to the B bomb site. It's just, I wish, like, if Furia has that position, right, you know Art's turning that corner. Like, that's the one thing, is it doesn't feel like anyone in MIBR wanted to take the reins of that round or take control of the situation.
Not to mention, no one was there to back Taco up.
Yeah.
Poor Taco, man.
Well, his backup was Fallen with 9 HP,
yeah.
So... But Taco's used to that. Now it's fine.
Yeah. And again, we have...
Is it Jason?
No.
Is it?
This is weird. I was going to say it's a 5-on-3 for MIBR. And we have 2 SMGs on Furia. So, I mean, money's not great. I feel like Fur maybe stepped a little bit too out of bounds there. But they get the bomb down. And it's a save from Furia. And so, another round from MIBR at least. Makes it 3. But you're not very happy with that if you're on the T side on Inferno. Even 4, you're pretty unhappy with. But you take what you can get.
Yeah.
And you do the best of it.
That's what they did on Vertigo. They only
11-4,
yeah,
right?
they took what they could get, which is 11-4. Didn't pan out for them. Do they have the money to risk these weapons
They
on the
don't,
hunt?
but they want to send a message, Jason. Who cares about economy when you can get into the minds of your opponents, right?
That's a really
Yeah, look at
nice round from
dang.
KNG. He actually started off that round with 31 HP. He ran banana. He took a lot. It took a lot of utility beating. Managed to get up the car. He gets the kill, and he's also the guy that gets 2 of those exit kills too. So that's nice. I think, like you said, I think coming into the next round, knowing as well, yeah, they don't have their money in order, but kind of realize that Furia has a low buy. Maybe it was a gamble worth taking from them, because this should be, realistically, or the odds at least, should be another MIBR round to make it 4. But this is a very aggressive round from Furia. They're down in mid.
Please don't win
Toronto
this. Don't do it.
with a kill, and then trading is done as well. I love watching Furia play. I just love how well they do their trades. As I say, the MIBR also do a really good job with the trading game here.
Oh my god, look at this flank though.
The bomb is at his feet as well.
Yeah, but when are you ever going to... I mean, it's not even the bomb. It's when are you going to expect this? I mean, Fallen turned.
Fallen always turns at
Yeah.
the right time.
Why is he like that?
Henny was already trying to distract, so Fallen has an idea that he's here, and he's actually going to take the duel, take the challenge.
He's lost his mind.
Well, rightly so. I mean, he knows that Henny only has a P250, and there's all
No,
these
I mean,
weapons.
Henny has lost his
Oh,
mind.
okay.
Although I guess, you know, even if you rotate to the 8 bomb site and beat him there, you're still going to have to take a challenge at some point, so you might as well do it when you know where Fallen is.
And you can see Fallen does it. Oh! Now he has...
Now you're
oh
upset. He knows too. Fallen knows that he's coming. He's like, I know you're gonna come. The amount of mind games on that round was insane.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll get the potentially the conclusion of the series if Furia can close it out. So stay with us. Well, here we are. Excuse me, here I am. I am opening the show in the second half.
What do you mean? Why? Don't throw me under the bus.
Oh, he's...
You know, you just started the segment and I came on time, alright? I felt bad. It's always Jason. It's like, I'm back, guys.
The professional.
The professional. Pistol round is on the way on the second half here. It's a nice start from MIBR. 2 entries there. One from Fur, one from Fallen.
Furia is screwed there. Oh my god. If
You say that they're running CT spawn though.
No, sure this doesn't work.
Yeah, of course it
They've
does.
got the goosh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, they're in B2. Doesn't matter. We're
They're
here to hold.
everywhere.
We're everywhere.
What are the communications? We need to get the team speak of MIBR up here because nobody knew what the hell was happening. That would have had to have been the most confusing voice comms. How have they done that?
I mean, I love the call too, right? Because they kind of get closed off from one another. There's a bunch of people in Banana still, and they run CT spawn and gets a kill. It's still not over. Fur has 100 HP. Furia members, they are low. Good plant though. Oh, he missed. Oh, he is 16. He had 4-3. I think for 4-3 for sure. Misses
4-3 user.
I mean, it
but
happens all
Fur
the
was a
time.
player on Overpass that one day where he caught the player.
Oh, that's
outside
right.
of
Flanking
lanes.
outside
Oh,
team.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
We're not going to throw anyone on
disputed
the
information.
bus. Yeah, maybe you change the resolutions. We don't know. But yeah, here we see Yuri does a good job playing through that smoke there when the other guy... I mean, honestly, it's such a great on-the-fly call from Furia because Yuri, because he's playing in that smoke, he has rotation as well. So when Furia says, hey, let's go A, Yuri has the perfect position. He has the flank and the potential as well of trades. Even they go from spools there, so really cool round. Probably just on the fly, but nonetheless, they make it work. Again, it's another pistol round from Furia. Not even gonna try and guess how many pistol rounds and stuff they won, but it's a bunch of them. Not so much from MIBR. And this was a buy from them as well, and it's, again, a very dominant one from Furia. I think it's going to be a quick series, guys.
It's looking like it.
It's feeling that way.
Yeah.
And I mean, well, let's talk about this in light of how we opened this segment of this being the grudge match. Like that's quite a performance from Furia in a match where you're
Message received.
Yeah, I guess so.
Message received.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, I will say this as well. I don't think this is anywhere close to the best form of this MIBR roster that we've seen over the past 2 weeks.
This feels like an off day to me, if anything. I feel like they've looked a little bit sluggish. You know, like a lot of second guessing, not really wanting to take control.
Well, I think also, I mean, just by, you have to say, I do think, like, certain things, like, I think part of the sluggishness that I agree with you that we're seeing from MIBR is them in, like, the first half of Inferno getting just entirely picked off by an AWP and Banana every single round. Like, they're just losing that many players throughout the half to that single play. But the things like being a bit scared to actually attack the bomb site, I think, are a result of the way that Furia has been playing and shooting today. So I think there's an element of both into how this has panned out. I mean, it's not over yet. Let's see if they can come back.
They saved one SMG at least on Fur. And actually, I guess Fallen actually saved 2 maybe, because he had a lot of nades too. So it's still not a bust of a round. It's a B stack. It's just Fur here on that A bomb side. He has all the nades though, and he's the one with SMG. But I don't think that he's gonna have a lot of fun this round, because the timing is there from Yuri. Shoots him in the back. A bomb site is wide open, and the MIBR, they have no armor or anything like that. This is not going to be a save round. This is all about like trying to get a kill, saving a weapon. Be a little bit annoying for the Furia side here. Get some weapons, get some kills, try and keep their economy low. It's not going to be fun to be 14-4 down, and Furia has like 10k on the board.
They haven't had fun all day.
They definitely haven't. And I think even here, Furia, you know, the call is made here as well. Like, you don't have to die. They just have pistols. Don't give them anything. Or if you are giving them, and if you want to chase, then let's do it together.
Okay.
You can argue here as well for MIBRs, and when you realize the SMG of like, hey, actually, let's not die by the SMG. It's probably better to survive, just not give them more money.
Can you give me a motivational speech, Robin? You're a coach now. You've probably had to give one of the 2 of those in your day.
I mean, I always say the same thing. If they can, so can we, you know? If they can get 11-4, we can get 11-4.
That's an appeal to logic. You're not really getting the blood pumping with that one.
Listen, you have to have the logic in order first, in order to get everything else up and running.
That's so Scandinavian.
No, I think it's just very important because I think, you know, in most cases you're very much aware, you know, this is your map pick. So you obviously have a game plan coming into it, and it's important that you don't get away from that. Like, this is your first weapon round of the half, and like, just because that Furia has had their good CT side and whatever, and they're playing however they're playing, you don't know the extent of what Furia, like, you know, is playing on that T side line. You don't know where they're going to be starting and stuff like that. It's important to just keep playing your own game. Don't overthink. We see here, I love this approach from MIBR. Maybe it doesn't work, but the whole thing of they're not fighting Banana in the beginning. They're saving their nades instead. They're setting up crossfires and they're supposed to help each other out with an op setup here for later. Obviously, Fallen has M4 now, but I love this from MIBR. We talk about taking the fight to them, fighting fire with fire and stuff like that. There's other ways of doing that and still playing a little bit safer. And especially now when we look at this, it's a man advantage for MIBR. And Fury have no nades for this bomb site, so it's going to be a lot of dry peeking. There's still more nades on the board from MIBR.
After I watch them come back in that pistol round, I believe they can do it. I believe one flash is all they need.
No, I agree too, but that's all. That's because that's why, like, for MIBR, it's just so important that you talk about a little. Like, this is not supposed to be a Fury round, you know. Like, it's better now to survive, like, do the trading like Fallen's doing here. Like, now it's first time to, like, you know, try and peek. Fallen goes down, so now obviously I changed my mind in the sense of he needs to stay alive now. He needs to wait for his teammates. There's no point in him, like, over peeking. It's 20 seconds left on the clock.
Oh my lord!
No smoke.
They have to plant the bomb. Yeah, KNG has the op still, but he needs some help here with a flash or something.
Nah, yeah, just everyone get into the bomb site. Just get this bomb planted. 8 seconds. It's going to go down. Here we go. 2 on 3. K Serato staying in pool. Henny with the op. It's going to be KNG to challenge. This is going to be tough for KNG to... I don't know how that missed.
Moved before he took the shot. We've seen 3 of those clips now from Henny, I think. It's 103 now for K Serato. Bombs down. Gets the first one. The other 2, yep, right on the site with him. Nice start there from MIBR. Nice first weapon round. Knowing as well, no op on Fallen. They had the nades. So instead of taking the fight, like I had mentioned with the whole thing with the banana takes, I'm not a fan of them anymore. I think it's very off meta. You do that with a special round, like just kind of try and set the tempo. But you don't want to do another first weapon round because everyone does something aggressive on the first weapon round. It's just like a norm, right? So just the fact that MIBR was playing it defensively there, Furia wasted a lot of nades earlier to try and get the banana, so like they had nothing left. So it's a very nice approach. We do have the op as well on KNG this time around.
Double ops.
Double op.
For MIBR.
For MIBR, also on Fallen. Going towards that B bomb site.
Oh, the fire.
Oh, Fallen.
This is cocky.
I like it though.
I like it.
Like, especially when you're down this much, but also just, you know, someone's got to show these young kids who's the daddy. I don't know. I remember there was an era of Counter-Strike where Fallen was like the most aggressive opera we had, and everyone was just like, "Oh my dear God, this is amazing."
Yeah, and I feel like that's just not necessarily to a fault of them, but I think it's because they've had so many problems with their fifth, and when they got KNG up, I feel like he did kind of lose his own way a little bit. KNG kind of took those spots instead. Another defensive hold from MIBR, playing the bomb sites because they have the nades, and again, not going the way of Furia. This is again another great hold from MIBR.
Fallen doing so much work with that AWP.
Those flashbangs didn't work at all into the bomb site.
No.
Nobody was blind.
Yeah, and I mean, I like the idea, though, from Furia, you know? We spoke about them oh, this makes it a little more expensive, but he does get taken out. And Furia, you know, we spoke about them using so much utility to challenge for that banana. This time around, they were able to do it with just flashes. And so they executed into the site with those bunny hops, you know? And it was a cool idea. I liked it, but Fallen was just too quick.
I don't know. Yeah, I just feel it. The crazy thing, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like the set pieces, but if you're going to get that close up with that much control of banana with all 5 players there, why not use Molotovs as well? You know?
No, I think the reason why they don't use Molotovs there is because they know that MIBR has not wasted nades. Yeah. So even if they throw the mollies, MIBR would just smoke off the bomb site.
That's
so
that's a good
that's
point.
Why like you just have this read of, if you know that CTs don't have a lot of nades on B and you have nades, you just full on execute. If you know that you have nades, CTs have nades, you want to pop flash it in it instead. You want to kind of expo flash it. Don't allow them to like stand there with a loaded nade, right? And as you throw, everything just comes raining. Comes like a little bit with timing. And this is the whole thing with like the reads on the CT side and stuff like that. And this is like the winning situations on the T side of like, we see here now as well. because MIBR is playing this so defensively on this B bomb site, I love to see a swap here, because once Furia starts realizing we can take banana for free in most cases, and then still run down the clock, we can take over mid, for example, a little bit late, and still have MIBR waste a lot of nades. This is the winning concept for them here now. MIBR is still very calm, cool, and collected here. They're not wasting any nades, they're just holding them, waiting for Furia to make their move. And I love that. 2 smokes from... What is it? 2 smokes, 3 smokes and 2 mollies from Furia and 1 flashbang. And as I pointed out, MIBR, they do have nades here to kind of hold this off. They're going to smoke off some of the mollies on the bomb site.
This has been, every round has been at the B bomb site so far in this game.
Furia have thrown that lurk smoke out to try to draw some grenades, but MIBR, they're doing pretty well to hold on to them. And here comes a hit. Nice, 2 big pickoffs.
I actually don't even mind this. I think the reason why they're coming back to B is because they took the AWP away from Fallen in the previous rounds. They weren't able to salvage the double up, so they were more than happy to attack B when Fallen didn't have an AWP. Still costly as Fort gets a nice kill. There's a big gap in that smoke.
Yeah.
So a lot of nades for the retake for MIBR, not a whole lot of nades to counter it from Furia.
Ooh, Vinny getting taken out, but I like this move from Furia to just challenge that CT spawn. Yuri kind of left Penny to dry, but this ends up working out for him. TRK is so low already, and Yuri, he's going to wrap all the way around. The timing here, because he made such a decisive play, is surely going to take TRK off guard. And there it is, perfectly played from Yuri. At first, I thought, damn, he just left Henny out to dry. But, I mean, that was the winning play right there from Yuri.
He probably continues and doesn't leave him out to dry if his teammate at Coffin stayed alive.
Yeah.
But TRK had won that battle.
Even the conversation from Furia there, Jason, you pointed out, MIBR has a lot of nades for that retake. Furia has none, and the conversation that they did, and one of the things they did incredibly well there is that they don't bunker up on the site. They have to take challenges there because they don't have nades. So just them being ultra aggressive and getting the trades wins them that round, rather than, hey, let's just play defense and try and do crossfires. You can still play crossfires and be aggressive, especially when you know that you don't have any nades to try and hold off any sort of like retake aggression from MIBR.
And MIBR's out of money as well when you see that. That's a bit brutal. Let's see how this goes. Taco, Fur, and Fallen brought down very low, so thankfully KNG got a kill on the other side of the map. But Art, as we know, has gained a lot of ground. Molotov out to make sure nobody can peek from that end. All they need is a few nice entries, and this defense is going to crumble. KNG and Boiler waiting for the smoke to fade.
Ooh, Art with 2 kills. That was a flashbang. That was actually at least a pop flash for Taco to try and get some space. And okay, we're just getting walled here. 4 on 2. I think Furia is literally everywhere. They have all of CT. They have all the banana. Bomb's about to go down. This is a very quick series for Furia. We talked about the mental state coming into it, and you can clearly tell, like, I mean, Furia was definitely here to win. Compare that to change the pace and stuff like that. I mean, MIBR for me looked a little bit sluggish compared to Furia. Very aggressive. Trades were on point. Overall, I think game plan was on point. Can't remember what Vertigo ended up with, but Inferno 16-6. And
it was something similar.
Map pick.
It was something big to something small.
Absurd.
Yeah.
I think it was 16-8 actually.
Something big to something small.
That's okay. So not just a victory, a statement victory, and you've also knocked MIBR out of the stage. That's rough.
Dang.
Yeah.
And they needed the points, I think.
Yeah,
they
probably.
desperately needed the points.
Well, I think the other side of that too is something a little bit more, I guess. Yeah, they need the points, but also I see so many times where teams really struggle when they have like a good run of form and then do like really bad in the major qualifier. Like how many times, especially with North American sides, all these, this is Brazilian, but we've seen it so many times, like where a team will have like 2 months where they're playing very, very well and then they just fail at the major qualifier. For this, like it's not only good for Fury to like get the grudge match, be able to beat MIBR, but they're getting rewarded for all the hard work and all the success they've had in the past 3 months as well. Like it would suck if we've seen them playing so good and then just nothing happened.
And to your point as well, and we mentioned it as well, this is the last tournament before the player break. So, I mean, and we've compared the two of like, oh, it's nice to hit your peak of like playing well and stuff like that, but don't run on a steam right before the break. This is where you're supposed to have your peak. Yeah,
your break's in 1 week. Just push through.
Exactly,
don't lose focus of the fact that you got some Counter-Strike. I know everyone's excited to get away, but just go for it. That's a very cool win. We're going to head to a break, Robin, and then we'll be back in a little bit, so stay tuned.